Well, good morning, dear Michael, for you and for me, good evening. I'm so happy to be able to have this interview with you. I'm Beatrice Van Der Heijden from Radboud University in the Netherlands, and I'm doing this to help the Academy of Management Career Division and the Recognition Division with putting some eminent scholars in the spotlight. So here we go, and I'm very happy to share today some nice quality time with Michael Arthur, who's not only big example for my own work, but also has become a dear friend over all these years. So to introduce to you who don't know Michael yet, Michael is a thought leader in career studies and originator of the term the boundaryless career. He's a writer and speaker on individuals taking ownership of their careers and the implications of that for traditional career counseling, human resource management, talent management, and organizational behavior and leadership. Michael is the author, editor of 9 books, 76 scholarly articles, and he made 7 journal special issues related to contemporary career phenomena and their interaction with their organizations and the knowledge economy. Michael received the 2006 Academy of Management Everett C. Hughes Award for Lifetime Achievement in Career Studies. He's the developer of the Intelligent Career Card Sort, ICCS Career Exploration Instrument, and he's contributor to Forbes.com on career ownership. I'm very happy again to be able to talk with Michael tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are on the globe when you listen to this interview. And I have some key questions prepared. Michael, to start, what got you going?
What got me going? I guess the conversation is about boundaryless careers. And if that's behind the question, there were 2 pieces in the Handbook of Career Theory, one by the late Jean Dalton and the other by Carl Weick and Lisa Berlinger, both of whom indicated quite clearly that there was much wrong with a restricted organizational careers perspective. I went to the University of Warwick. I did research into employment tenure, and it turned out so-called developed countries showed a range of employment tenure of 4 to 8 years. So the question arose, what were we missing by assuming organizational careers were the norm? The answer is we were missing everything outside that 4 to 8 year range.
Wonderful, Michael. And this is a nice bridge, I think, to the next question, which is a key question. It's hard for me to believe that there is anyone listening right now who's interested in careers who doesn't know the term boundaryless career. But as we are an inclusive community and we also welcome people who have affinities with career studies but are not very much on top of the material yet, can you please briefly tell us what your career theory, the boundaryless career, is about?
Yes, certainly. The definition of boundaryless careers Bob DePhilippi and I came up with is a sequence of job opportunities that go beyond the boundaries of single employment settings. Denise Russo and I contrasted boundaryless careers with organizational careers and came up with 6 meanings that indicated a level of interdependence from traditional organizational career assumptions. For example, regarding employability, networking, information gathering, and more.
Wonderful. And as I know you, Michael, it's so good that you also put the spotlight on your dear colleagues with whom you have collaborated. Thank you for doing that. And this can also inspire other people to search for more material and to read the articles and the book chapters that you wrote together with your dear colleagues. What inspired you to develop this theory, this notion, this idea of the boundaryless career?
Well, I guess it goes back all the way to the MIT group, the wonderful trio of Ed Schein and Lottie Balin and John van Maanen, and they're writing very much in an interdisciplinary vein about identity, about careers. I love that work. Um, Bob DeFilippi joined me and led our work on intelligent careers, which was a particular approach to boundaryless careers. Denise Russo joined me, and we turned a 5-article journal into a special issue, a journal special issue into a 22-chapter book over a period of 2 years. So inspiration, I think, comes from working with good people, and I've had my absolute share of working with good people over the course of my career.
Was there also something in your personal life that inspired you to develop this idea, Michael, or it was more scholarly oriented?
Personal, I mean, my career was interesting because I came to America without any scholarly connections and walked into my first Academy of Management careers. It was the Careers Interest Group then, their business meeting, and lo and behold, I met people whose work I'd been reading. Tim Hall, Lottie Bailin, Barbara Lawrence was in the room. And if I made any contribution at all, it was to come to realize pretty quickly that I was in very good company, and I was very fortunate to be in that space. And I think I determined to take my life more seriously than I'd taken it before then, because I just realized this was a wonderful situation, and I
Nice
should run with it
how
as hard
you,
as I can.
it's nice how you inspired a career division and actually have been inspired yourself in your research. So the circle is round now. That's
No, well, and so it should be. That's the way it should be. And here I am, an emeritus professor. I still enjoy collaborations. I'm absolutely free to choose what I work on right now, and I'm frankly choosing more than I can take on. But that's a nice problem to have at my life stage. So I'm delighted to be here.
thank you. Michael, what are, in your opinion, exciting areas for new research based upon your theory of the boundaryless
Yeah.
career?
Well, I was on a team led by Yanjun Guan that reviewed the literature and pointed to a series of new possibilities, um, particularly perhaps in the area of exploring, moderating, and mediating effects behind individual career success. I'm working with another team right now that I hope is pushing the boundaries further in terms of established research assumptions. And I guess one of the main messages we're trying to deliver is that when you're dealing with interdependence between variables rather than moderated cause-effect relationships, but if you're dealing with genuine interdependence, then qualitative research may be a better way to tease out those relationships than traditional least squares analysis.
Which scientific publication are you most proud of, or is a must read, in your opinion, for all career scholars and people who are interested in careers? And why?
Well, for a specific publication, I have to say the book on the boundaryless career with Denise Russo, and the collaboration that went into that, not only with Denise, but with all of the contributing authors. If you're asking about particular papers, I just loved the way Bob DeFilippi and I turned the resource-based view of the firm into a template for boundaryless careers. And I loved how Polly Parker and Svetlana Kapova and I raised fresh questions about that template in 2009.
All seminal works and very important reads. I agree with you. Thank you, Michael. And a last question from my side. I doubt whether you have free time at all, but you look healthy, so you must be able to protect the balance. How do you spend your free time?
Oh, that's a good question. I love watching my grandchildren grow up. They're all at high school now. They're all playing sports, and they like to be in my company, so that's a gift. I watch television and movies with my wife. See a relatively small number of close friends. Read books and watch sports when I have time, and go back to the UK to see my family, which unfortunately has been on hold for most of the last 2 years.
Oh, I hope with you, Michael, that we can see each other very soon in person, and I cannot wait when it's possible to fly to the US for Seattle AOM, I hope. And please know that I'm very grateful for the time you give to us, to the community, and to talk with me tonight, today, this afternoon, wherever you are on the globe. And stay well, dear Michael, and all the best. And thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you, Beata. It's been a real pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.